everybody. I thought I would make a video just showing the butterfly host plants that I have in the yard since I planted this butterfly garden about January of 2021. So the first thing I'm showing you is a hyacinth bean vine. I've got my little notes here on what butterfly goes with what host. So I've got a little more bean vine here and some down at the end past the chicken. And the beans, the bean vine, and other peas and beans. And I've got some cowpeas down there just finally taking off, and a mystery bush bean here. But this hosts more butterflies really than anything else in the yard. And I don't quite, oh, there's the very first little purple flowers coming up there. And this will have beautiful purple pods. And this hosts the long-tailed skipper, Dorantes, longtail, Serranus blue, Cassius blue, sulphurs, dogface, marine blue, Reed Kurtz blue, and eastern tailed blue. So a lot of blue butterflies apparently. And then the gray streak, which is one of my favorites, particularly like beans as well. And then next to it is the Texas kidney wood, which has really pretty white flowers. I haven't seen any of those flowers yet this year. That hosts the dogface butterfly larva. And then this is false indigo, which also hosts dogface butterfly larva, and it's just getting some flowers on here. It should be really nice blue purple. I've got some snapdragons. I don't think they're going to last much longer in the Texas heat, but Buckeye butterflies like to host on that. And then what came as a surprise to me when I was looking this all up was that variegated fritillary, I'm not sure, butterflies use stonecrop as a host, and I just have some tucked under here. It's all blooming. I didn't realize that any butterflies hosted on that. The next thing I have here, which again won't last long, are the Texas bluebonnets, and they are host to a butterfly called Henry's elfin. It's really cute. The next thing we've got here is these huge milkweed. This one is called Gymnocarpus physocarpa, which is also called a balloon or a hairy balls milkweed, and it's really got, I've got my notes here, my cheat sheet. It's got super pretty flowers on it, and I've seen monarch butterflies on this recently. And then I have tucked back in here two more types of milkweed. This one is, let's see which one it is. Does it say? I don't have the right name on here. I think this is perennis, which is, I think, a native Texas milkweed, which I haven't had anything. It's pretty new. And then this, which looks awful, and is possibly the only one of the three I bought still I've called whorled milkweed. And then as I make my way back in here, I've got shrimp plant here, which is blooming a little bit. And this hosts the Texan crescent butterfly. And then as I make my way back in behind, these are inland sea oats, and those host various skippers. And I see a lot of different skippers in this yard. Back here, I have Passiflora lutea, which is a passion vine. It's just going to be small and yellow. I got it because it's going to be a smaller think it's a native to Texas passion vine. It hosts Gulf fritillary and variegated fritillary or fritillary butterflies. It's just getting started, although it looks like maybe, is somebody eating this already? No, I don't see anybody. I was looking underneath that sort of leaf that looks a little bit chewed up. Now, I just planted yesterday. I grew from seed, and it's taken its sweet time. This is false nettle, and it is a host plant for red admiral butterflies and also question marks. It's not really going to have a pretty flower on it. It'll just be kind of a big bush, but red admirals are one of my favorites, and so I put in a bunch, and I don't know really how they'll do. There's not a lot of sun back here. It's under a couple of big old, you can see how big these crepe myrtles are. And the next thing I've got back here, this is a Walter's Viburnum, which I've missed the flowers on this for this video. This is a new shrub for me, and it is native to Texas, and it hosts the Henry's Elfin butterfly, which is the one that's super cute, and the spring azure butterfly. Alright, and this is way back in the back corner of my yard. And then I'm coming up on Ruellia, which hosts the Texan crescent butterfly and also buckeyes, although my friend Nancy said she's never seen anything host on it, and it's very invasive. There's a cute little guy. He's going to be in the video. Hey, buddy. And I think these are pink. They were here when we moved in. And here's more shrimp plant here, but sort of lime green and white variety. Now the next thing, coming back out of the depths, is frog fruit. It just creates a little mat, and look, this is the first time I've ever seen it bloom. I'm very excited. There is its little bloom right there, teeny tiny. And frog fruit is a host for the Phaon crescent and the white peacock butterflies, and also common buckeyes. I'm working on it with my cheat sheets. Now, coming around here, if I pop back for just a minute, I've got Asters right here. I thought they were going to bloom in the fall, but you can see it's just getting ready to bloom. All of this, so that's a nice little surprise. Asters hosts the silvery checker spot and the pearl crescent butterflies. And then I've got violets here. These are really violas, which host various fritillary butterflies. And then there's some more stone crop there. And then I planted, because those violas will sort of poop out in the heat, I've got two more kinds of violets back here, stuck behind the chair. So there's violets here. I don't think I've got any flowers recently. They were blooming earlier in the spring, little purple flowers. And then back there, I think those are called Corsican violets, and they have just bloomed and bloomed and bloomed. They kind of spread, and I'm going to try to grow those from seed next year. They're really pretty. So again, the fritillary butterflies. Now, I see pipevine swallowtails out here all the time. And so I've got, and they are very voracious eaters. And so I've got 3 different kinds of pipevine. So this is a white veined pipevine, which is Fimbriata. And you can see they've eaten a little bit of those. You can see the leaves are chomped on those. And then that just sort of creates a ground cover. And then there's another one this variety is Watsonii, and it's here, and it also creates a ground cover. And I had, maybe you can see he's still back there, a big fat caterpillar. Let's see if we can find him. No, I don't see him today. And this is a brand new one. It's not very happy, I'm afraid. I just planted him this week. And then the third kind of Pipevine is Tomentosa. It is an actual vine that's going to climb up. And I bought 3, and the creatures haven't found them yet. That's fine. They need a little chance to get going and see how little they are. And then I just planted some new additional Watsonii down underneath. Now the other thing in this sort of jumble shade plant is Pigeon Berry, which has a really nice little flower, and it will have berries on it that birds really like, and it is a host for a Goodson's green streak butterfly. And then my Meyer Lemon died in the freeze, but it's come back from its rootstock, so it won't give me lemons, and it's got big thorns, which makes me not a fan. But because it is a host plant for giant swallowtail, I've left it to grow, and I might just trim it into a bush. Something's clearly eating it, but I have yet to see a caterpillar on here, but something's eating it. Now, not that I planted it, but this is a big old water oak that was here when we moved in, of course, and it hosts the Horace's dusky wing, which I've seen a lot of. And then again, I'm not responsible for planting this wisteria, but it also hosts the Horace's dusky wing and also a silver spotted skipper, which I've seen both of those in this yard. Now, I have to go for a long walk to the other side of the garden. There's the cat. It's Mrs. Doubtfire. She loves to roll in the dirt. And I've got some things, a little more Pigeon Berry down here tucked in. And it looks really pretty today. I'll give you a little bit of a shot of the garden. And there she is. Here, this is parsley, just almost blooming. It got really big, and there was a big chunk of it here, and then we had a big storm, and most of it just fell over. And so I took, 90% of it out and left some of this big parsley here, just because it's getting ready to bloom. So I left it. But parsley, fennel, rue, and carrot are all hosts for the eastern black swallowtail, so I kind of have all of those. So I've got parsley, I've got some fennel, and I don't have any. Dill is another one, and the dill just didn't quite make it. I think the slugs got to it. But I've got lots of fennel here, more fennel. I've replanted new parsley, and then I didn't realize when I planted it that it was a host of a eastern black swallowtail. But these are carrots that I just planted for kicks because I like the flowers. And then there is some rue back in here. See if I can get back without stepping on anything. And there's a little more fennel down in there, some bronze fennel that's peeking out there. And then I've got radishes. I just planted radishes because I really like radish seeds. radish flowers. So there's a radish. They're just sprinkled in. You can see that pretty pink flower is the radish flower. But radishes are also butterfly hosts for the cabbage white and great southern white butterflies. And then the last thing in the yard is Cape Plumbago, which isn't blooming yet. It's just been getting bigger and bigger. And it is the host for the marine blue butterfly. So those are all the things that I've gotten in here. I've got, as you can see, lots and lots of nectar plants. The monarchs are particularly loving the cone flowers these days. The sun came out, so you can't quite, it's all very bright. So I have plenty of nectar plants, but I really was intentional when I created this garden last year to make it a butterfly garden. So, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.